Hey man, when are you gonna come out with a space video?
Man, how long has it been since I came out with one?
Like 2 weeks.
Hello and welcome to Epic Future Space, the only place on the internet where you can get your weekly space news with a little dose of lols. I'm your host Mike, and I've been doing this for a little bit over a year now, and I decided to get a little bit more structured and organized with the show, so let's get right into it. This week in space, Nick Farr of the German-based Chaos Computer Club has put forward a plan called the Hackerspace Global Grid. And what it is what they want to do is put up satellites and ground tracking stations to be able to have an uncensored global internet access in response to the SOPA Act, or Stop Online Piracy Act. And they have quite a few struggles ahead of them. First of all, they need to be able to have satellites that are in the correct orbit to be useful. If it's in low Earth orbit, then they're only going to pass by once every 90 minutes or so. So that doesn't work. They got to have geosynchronous Earth orbit, and that's already a little bit crowded as it is. And if they do succeed in having any sort of satellites, the laws are a little bit different in space, and other countries or even other corporate entities can go up and disable the spacecraft, and there's nothing they can do about it. So good for them for trying to stick to the man, but you have a long road ahead of you. The hunt is on for moons around other gas giants, alien gas giants, and other star systems. And what they're looking for is moons that are around these gas giants that are within the habitable zone of their stars. There's a whole team that's come out that's using the Kepler spacecraft to find these moons. And they're called the Hunt for Exo-Moon with Kepler, or HEC. So good luck to you guys. I wish you all the luck, and hopefully we can find some of these moons, kind of like an Avatar in Pandora. That'd be pretty cool. According to the Russian military, the PhobosGrunt spacecraft is supposed to re-enter the atmosphere sometime around January 15th. I know I jumped the gun and made a video saying that it was alive and that they were going to save the spacecraft, but as we all know now, that's not going to happen, and it's just going to burn up in the atmosphere. And hopefully all the gas on board doesn't hit some of the major cities, but there have been some reports saying that but some reports have said that some of the debris that was going to re-enter the atmosphere may possibly hit over populated areas. So fingers crossed, everybody, but that's what the update is on that. I feel for you, Russia. And last but not least, the twin GRAIL spacecraft have entered into orbit around the moon as of New Year's. The first one on New Year's Eve and the second one on New Year's Day. So that's awesome. The twin GRAIL spacecraft are going to be mapping the gravity of the moon and finding out quite a few interesting things for us for future mining and visitation and all that sort of awesome stuff. So, and speaking of the moon, that leads me into my next segment. How should I do this? I want to make it epic somehow. Alright, I'm sorry guys, it's not going to be very epic this time. On this day in space.
Boo! What, dude? You need a better transition.
On this day in space, in 1998, the Lunar Prospector mission was launched to survey the moon's surface. Alright guys, this is just a little taste of some of the things to come. I have lots of things in mind, and I want to start doing a bunch of new segments and stuff like that. But we're going to start having a new episode every Friday. Every Friday, new episode. We're going to talk about what happened this week in space, and going to give you a little nugget every time. So leave any questions you might have in the comments below, and I might answer it in my next Ask Mike installment. So there's that. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.
Good job, dude. You're welcome, everybody.